Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a world full of fantasy, magic, and love stories that cross dimensions. That's right, it's top 10 Isekai romance anime you need to watch right now. So grab your popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. 10. I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Aileen Lauren Dautrish's life changes forever on the day her engagement with the Crown Prince Cedric Jean Elmer is nullified, so he can be together with Lilia Rainworth. The event triggers Eileen's memories from her past life. She has been reincarnated in an Otome game as the villainess, who is destined to die in the final act. To prevent her predetermined demise, Aileen has only one option: to court the game's last boss, Claude Jean Elmer, the proclaimed Demon King and Cedric's half-brother, and marry him. However, it is easier said than done, as Claude distrusts her intentions. Instead of giving up, Aileen adamantly tries to win his heart by helping Claude fulfill his wish, to build peace between humankind and demonic beasts. But time is running out, and it is up to Aileen to change the course of not only her tragic ending but Claude's as well. 9. Trapped in a dating sim. Blackmailed into playing a dating simulator set in a matriarchy, an ordinary man must put up with the unbearable and convoluted world until he clears the game. After countless days of grinding, he finally manages to beat it, but his hardcore gaming comes at a cost: extreme sleep deprivation and hunger. While heading out to the convenience store to solve one of these problems, the man tumbles down the stairs and falls unconscious, only to wake up to the worst possible realization. He has been reincarnated into the game as the mob character Leon Faux Bartford. Now trapped in a world he despises, Leon must use his knowledge of the game to navigate through the plot safely and sustain himself in a society where the odds are heavily stacked against him. Familiar of Zero. Louise Françoise Leblanc de la Valliere is a self-absorbed mage in a world of wands, cloaks, and royalty. Although she studies at Tristain Academy, a prestigious school for magicians, she has a major problem. Louise is unable to cast magic properly, earning her the nickname of Louise the Zero from her classmates. When the first-year students are required to perform a summoning ritual, Louise's summoning results in a catastrophic explosion. Everyone deems this to be yet another failure, but when the smoke clears, a boy named Saito Hiraga appears. Now Louise's familiar, Saito is treated as a slave, forced to clean her clothes and eat off the ground. But when an unfamiliar brand is found etched on Saito's hand from the summoning ritual, it is believed to be the mark of a powerful familiar named Gandalfer. Wild, adventurous, and explosive, Zero no Tsukaima follows Saito as he comes to terms with his new life and as Louise proves that there is more to her than her nickname suggests. 7. The Saint magic power is omnipotent. Since ancient times, the citizens of Slantania have lived within a shroud of miasma, a force that brings forth monsters creating havoc around the world. When the kingdom's order of knights becomes incapable of containing the monsters, the Grand Magus summons a holy maiden, the legendary Saint, to obliterate the horrid creatures and restore peace. One evening, as Sei Takanashi returns home from a long day at work, a magical force pulls her into a foreign world. Upon her arrival to the kingdom of Slantania, she overhears that the Grand Magus inadvertently summoned two saints, Sei and a brown-haired girl. Needing only one holy maiden, the prince declares the other girl as the saint, leaving Sei to her own devices. Sei sets her sight on the Medicinal Flora Research Institute, an establishment known for its studies regarding herbs and potions. While indulging in her latest passion, Sei has a fateful encounter with the commander of the Third Order of Knights. But little does she know, her aptitude as a saint will continue to exert its influence over her new life. 6. Why Rieliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. When Park Yunha dies in modern-day Korea, she awakens in the body of Raeliana Macmillan, the eldest daughter of a nouveau riche baron. However, this is no ordinary world. It's the exact same one as a novel she once read. Beloved by her family, it would seem as though she is in a fairy tale. But Raeliana is far from the main character. She is a mere plot device, whose murder at the hands of her fiancé instigates the entire story. Raeliana has no intention to accept her fate quietly. She sets her eyes on someone in a position of great power, the vieux riche male protagonist Duke Noah Volstaire Winknight, aiming to completely change the original story. Using her knowledge of future events, Raeliana offers information to Noah on the condition that he acts as her fake fiancé, but the Duke's two-faced nature throws a wrench in her plans. 5. The Ancient Magus Bride. Chise Hattori, a 15-year-old Japanese girl, was sold for £5 million at an auction to a tall masked gentleman. Abandoned at a young age and ridiculed by her peers for her unconventional behavior, she was ready to give herself to any buyer if it meant having a place to go home to. In chains and on her way to an unknown fate, she hears whispers from robed men along her path, gossiping and complaining that such a buyer got his hands on a rare sleigh beggy. Ignoring the murmurs, the mysterious man leads the girl to a study, where he reveals himself to be Elias Ainsworth, a magus. After a brief confrontation and a bit of teleportation magic, the two open their eyes to Elias' picturesque cottage in rural England. Greeted by fairies and surrounded by weird and wonderful beings upon her arrival, These events mark the beginning of Chai's story as the apprentice and supposed bride of the ancient magus. 4. Belle. You is a popular social media platform where people can create a virtual persona and start a new life. Among its 5 billion users, one newcomer is quickly gaining attention. Belle, a beautiful singer whose alluring melodies slowly capture the hearts of the masses. But in this space where everyone hides behind an avatar, curiosity arises over who the mysterious girl truly is. Suzu Nato, a shy girl from the countryside, can no longer sing following past trauma, all her efforts resulting in breakdowns and illness. However, when Suzu joins you, she is once again able to project her voice. Under the alias Belle, her vocals soon go viral, receiving both love and hatred. Meanwhile, rumors spread of a chaotic beast within you, known only as the Dragon. After a chance meeting during her concert, Belle finds he is not as evil as the stories suggest. Now, both online and in the real world, Suzu has to face the struggles of identity, fame, and opening one's heart. 3. How not to summon a demon lord. When it comes to the fantasy MMORPG Cross Reverie, none can match the power of the Demon King Diablo. Possessing the game's rarest artifacts and an unrivaled player level, he overpowers all foolish enough to confront him. But despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer devoid of any social skills. Defeating hopeless challengers day by day, Takuma cares about nothing else but his virtual life. That is, until a summoning spell suddenly transports him to another world where he has Diablo's appearance. In this new world resembling his favorite game, Takuma is greeted by the two girls who summoned him, Rem Galeu, a petite Pantherian adventurer, and Shara L. Greenwood, a busty elf summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual in an attempt to subjugate him, but the spell backfires and causes them to become his slaves instead. With the situation now becoming more awkward than ever, Takuma decides to accompany the girls in finding a way to unbind their contract while learning to adapt to his new existence as the menacing Demon King. 2. ReZero. When Subaru Natsuki leaves the convenience store, the last thing he expects is to be wrenched from his everyday life and dropped into a fantasy world. Things are not looking good for the bewildered teenager. However, not long after his arrival, he is attacked by some thugs. Armed with only a bag of groceries and a now useless cell phone, he is quickly beaten to a pulp. Fortunately, a mysterious beauty named Sadella, in hot pursuit after the one who stole her insignia, happens upon Subaru and saves him. In order to thank the honest and kind-hearted girl, Subaru offers to help in her search, and later that night, he even finds the whereabouts of that which she seeks. But unbeknownst to them, a much darker force stalks the pair from the shadows, and just minutes after locating the insignia, Subaru and Sadella are brutally murdered. However, Subaru immediately reawakens to a familiar scene, confronted by the same group of thugs, meeting Sadella all over again. The enigma deepens as history inexplicably repeats itself. 1. Welcome to Japan MS Elf. Since childhood, Kazuhiro Kaitase has been able to dream of a different world. He can return to reality by falling asleep or dying, and he can pick up where he left off by sleeping again. For years, he has had many adventures alongside Mariabelle, a beautiful elf who works for the Sorcery Guild. On one of their escapades, they come across the lair of a dragon taking care of its eggs. They inadvertently wake the slumbering beast, who promptly reduces them to ashes. For Kazuhiro, it is merely a temporary setback, as he can simply go back. However, he is shocked to find Mariabelle herself safe and sound asleep next to him. Kazuhiro realizes that his dream world is an alternate reality altogether. In the meantime, he makes the most of this bizarre circumstance, introducing Mariabelle to the sights and wonders of Japan. Now, with their time together spanning 2 worlds, their real adventures have just begun. And that's our list of the top 10 Isekai romance anime you should totally binge. Which one is your favorite? Did we miss any hidden gems? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome anime content.